Hey guys, Damon's here, and today I'm going to present to you a new mode in MannaRites, which was just released. It is called Arena Mode, and in this mode you are going to fight against waves and waves of enemies, like in rounds. It's more like rounds than waves. And this mode allows you to test your battle skills, to try like different builds, different abilities, to try yourself against different enemies without having to go through the story mode. And it's pretty useful in this regard. So let's see how I'm going to perform this time. It's not an easy task. Alright, so I'm going to go hard this time. Single player. My friends are going to join me today, unfortunately. Alright, let's try jail this time. Alright. So in the beginning I'm pretty much good for nothing. I don't have any skill points, I don't have any abilities, and my weapon is like the worst weapon in the game. Alright, let's see what I can do. If I press attack button and hold it for a while, I can perform this sort of lunge, which allows me to quickly close the gap between me and enemy and like win the initiative, like this. Unless I'm getting blocked, of course. Alright, so we did great in the first round. Alright, so now we have a single skill point. Each round we're going to get a skill point, and each 3 rounds we are going to get a new piece of equipment, so weapon, armor or item. And also every 3 rounds 1 health bar is going to be healed automatically. Alright, so I took the Mighty Strike. Mighty Strike is an essential warrior ability, so I'm going to demonstrate how it's working. So basically what I need to do to perform Mighty Strike is to successfully block attacks and then perform the Mighty Strike. So it's much more effective than ordinary attacks. Alright, so there's no point in using this against half that enemy. 101. Round 3, and after this round I'm going to get probably a new weapon. Let's see. Right. I'm going to lunge. Ah, jeez. Yeah, for blocking, timing is essential. Alright, so now I have enough for Mighty Strike. Alright. So, what I'm getting is a cunning rusty sword of ember. It's better than mine anyway, and it also has a magic perk which allows from time to time to set an enemy on fire. Alright, this definitely is better than my wooden plank anyway, so I'm gonna take it. This looks decent, right? Alright. Let's see how the sword is going to perform against this enemy. Alright. That's alright. So I have a couple more points and I'm going to learn a throwing ability, which is very useful, I won't lie. Here we go. So I missed a couple of strikes, but it's not a big deal. This particular kind of enemy has very fast attacks, but only on a very short distance. So the main tactics against this kind of enemy is not to let him too close to yourself. And we are done. Okay. So, the archer. the problem with archers, I know that a lot of people find them very irritating. So basically I don't see any reasons that archers are basically helpless. Yeah, so it's so easy to avoid their arrows. So here I'm already at striking distance. I'm at striking distance again. So if I wanted, I could kill them like several times already. Also, I have this move, slide, where I'm running and I'm sliding under arrow, or basically under any projectile. So what can he do against me? Absolutely nothing. He's helpless one-on-one. But when he's being supported by melee troops, it's a whole different story. But we'll talk about this later. Alright. Time to end this. Time to end your suffering, archer. Here we go. This is archer plus melee enemy. This is harder. So I normally prefer to eliminate archer first, so he won't interfere. Alright, a finisher move. Finisher move again. And triple finisher move, yeah. I'm getting lucky. Here we go. Dodge. Oh, I set him on fire. That's how it works. It normally does a bit of a damage. But not dramatic amount of damage. Alright, so I'm getting the coat. This coat provides vitality, which is basically a health bar. It has a passive chance to block any attack, like 7% that any incoming attack is going to be blocked. Like, it's pretty good. And also arrow protection, which is also useful against arrows, so I'm going to take it. Alright. Here we go. 3 enemies now. Let's see how I'm going to perform against 3 enemies. Alright, so I have sent him on fire. He's on fire. Alright. I was a bit worried, but yeah, that's fine now. Yeah, fire goes away pretty quickly, but it deals its amount of damage, I think like around 40. Alright. Small amount of damage, nothing dramatical, but better than nothing. Just a tiny bonus. Oh, he's going to tackle me. I'm not going to let him this time. Alright. So far I'm going pretty great, I guess. It's round 8 already, and I haven't actually lost any health points. Well, I lost a bit of health points, but not a huge amount. Oh jeez, I lost another. On hard, every strike counts, like he barely hit me, but I lost like 20 points of health. That's a lot. Unfortunately, as warrior, it's pretty hard to compete against enemies in air. Jeez. Yeah, I guess I was too optimistic earlier. Not doing that well. Alright, he burned to death. I wasn't doing too well, but I'm gonna fix that. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm not using Super Mighty Strike lately because it's too risky at the moment and there is no actual need, but later I'm going to use 2 archers at once. What I'm gonna do with them? Let's see. Alright. So I need to split them up. Oh no! Jeez. What an unfortunate. Very unfortunate. he's thinking whether to shoot me or not. That's a good thing that he's thinking. It gives me time to think as well. Ah, jeez. Alright, so one is done. One to go. Alright. Okay, so I got a diary, which allows me to get a bit more experience, which is completely useless in this particular case. I'm gonna fix that definitely, like, who needs a diary on the arena? I got a bit of health restored. Every 3 rounds I get a health bar restored for me free. So, situation is a bit better than... Jeez. Once again, I'm too optimistic again. I shouldn't be too optimistic. These guys are evil. Actually, by lore, they are peaceful inhabitants of local mountains, but events which happened during the story mode, they made them hostile towards any sort of living creatures. So yeah, they're actually a good-natured creatures, but they have to defend what's theirs. Alright, so it's not that bad. It could have been worse, but it could have been better as well. Let's see. Alright, so I have a couple of points. Alright, so a good kick is going to improve my final strike in my striking combo, which is like a kick. So now it's going to deal more damage, which is going to be definitely useful. And we also have a shield carrier now. Shielded enemies are surprisingly extremely good at blocking your attacks. So, what is very useful against shielded enemies is to perform a jumping strike against them. It has a very good chance to leave them off balance. Normal attacks they are going to block in most cases, but striking attacks they have a good chance to leave them off balance. Ah, jeez. Alright, so I perform the block immediately right after throw. Unfortunately, when I'm performing the throw, it leaves me a bit vulnerable to enemy attacks, and when enemies has moved really close, when I'm performing the throw mode, it's a very good practice to perform a block immediately right after a throw is performed. Jesus. Alright. Here we go. It went well. Well. Could have been better, but could have been worse as well. Alright. So I need one more round to get another skill grade. And they have a cave monster and a buffed cave monster against myself. Alright, so they're blind. They have this tiny green eyes, and like he's not really good at fighting, I guess. Oh jeez, he can actually block. That's bad news. Alright, so I set him on fire. Burn. Alright, so it's not a big deal. These kind of enemies, they have a lot of like really quick attacks which can leave you in a very vulnerable state for a time being. So you mustn't let them surround you from two sides. That can be disastrous. Alright, so 101 is pretty straightforward. So he cannot see me, so he attacks area in front of him. Oh, that's a dramatic difference in damage. Alright, so it's no longer flaming, so I won't have a chance to set an enemy on fire, but it's pretty strong, much stronger, so I hope it's going to make a difference in the rounds to come. Alright, so we have a Berserk against us. Berserk is a special kind of enemy who deflects your attacks, and immediately right after that he performs his own attack, which is pretty hard to block. It's not like it's not possible if you have the weapon which is fast enough. But yeah, he didn't pose much of a threat this time. Alright, what have we here? These enemies are having this sort of like yellow health bar, which is really hard to penetrate with a normal attack, so I'm gonna use Mighty Strike for that. I had this green glow, which means that I can use Mighty Strike. And Mighty Strike, as you can see, deals a lot of... I confused the buttons, I'm sorry for that. That's a medium pad. Alright. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. You're done. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Alright. Let's do another Mighty Strike. 1, 2, 3, and now I'm ready to perform a Mighty Strike. Yeah, when I'm performing a Mighty Strike, I have this sort of like red glow around me. It doesn't mean I'm invincible. I'm not invincible, but enemies deal much less damage than without this red glow. The maximum damage enemy can deal to you when you're in this mode is like 5, I think. Alright, so we have a pair of shielded enemy and an archer. So far I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. Ah, jeez. Very unfortunate. So I missed the strike. Missed another one. Alright. So I'll take out archer first. Not so bad. For some reason didn't work. Alright. So now it did work. And he's done. Alright, so this enemy has a lot of armored points, so I have to use Mighty Strike here. Here we go. It's pretty effective against armored. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so I'm ready. Here we go. And most of the armor is already gone. Enemy is already covered with blood. So, this is a new armor for me. Well, it's not actually better than mine, so I'm going to put it here, I guess. But I won't put it. I'm pretty happy with what I have at the moment. Round 16. I can see that I have a bit of my health healed. So now I need 5 more rounds to get a huge vitality boost, like 2 health bars, which is a huge amount. So let's see what I can do to make this happen. When there are a lot of enemies against you, there is a strong chance that they are going to try to surround you. So you must not let this happen, and for that, to achieve this goal, what you need to do is to keep them off their feet. if they're Jesus, if they're lying on the ground, they cannot do much. Alright. When there are this many enemies, they can easily overrun you. Alright. I'm not doing this well, but this is hard after all. It's supposed to be hard, right? That's why it's called hard. Oh, alright. Oh. You got me. This is extremely dangerous. This archer is being covered by two very fast attackers. And they're not just attackers, they're blockers as well. So I need to use every chance I have. Jeez. That is very hard. Get this. Alright, so I got him this time. I was unlucky. Alright, so I got my super strike prepared. Here we go. Alright. Now I'll try not to let them get up. If they're down, they can't kill me. They're probably though. Right, so far it's going pretty good. Yeah, so I have lost a lot of health, so it's not that good. Could have been better, but it's pretty good, nevertheless. Alright. Wow, that's a nice dodge from you, dude. Alright. We're out 18, and if I get past this round... I'm still pretty far. I still need like 3 more rounds, right? Yeah. This is highly unlikely, but I'm gonna try. I'm a warrior, and warrior does not give up. Alright. So I'm going to finish these guys first. And I'm going to keep this dude down for as long a time as I can manage. Oh, he wanted to feed. Oh, luckily, right. So far it's pretty good. 1 down. 2 down. I don't know. I don't want to risk it with Mighty Strike, so I think safer strategy in this particular time would be to use just normal attacks. It's going to take slightly long time, slightly longer, but this is safer in this particular case. And we'll see if I can make it through the next one. So just a couple more strikes. Alright, critical strike. Once again I'm getting an XP boost, which is totally useless. This is definitely something I'd like to fix in the future. Oh. Alright. So, I got a bit of a heal after this round. Alright, let's see what I can do. All the health bars of this particular enemies. Oh, and I cannot tackle them as well. All the health bars are of the type shield, which is harder to penetrate than the normal red health bars. So it's this enemy is considered shielded, which makes it much harder to defeat, and definitely it's going to take longer. Right. So I'm going to use Mighty Strikes again. There we go. Mighty Strikes are much more effective against shields as well as armored enemies. So this is definitely something that is worth my time and worth the effort. This is more like a high risk, high reward kind of strategy in this particular case, because like when I'm blocking, I have a lot of chance that he's actually going to hit me. But alright. I think he hit me a bit, but no big deal. I'll survive. One more round to get a vitality boost. I'll see if I can make it through this one. Oh. Too many enemies at once. Oh. So hard. So hard. I need to get rid of enemies. I need to be like super careful with the archer. Right, so archer got a bit too. That's what happens when you're doing your archery. No one. Ah, jeez. This attack has a ridiculous amount of. This attack has a ridiculous amount of damage if I miss it. That's like very bad for me. Oh no. I'm almost dead. Almost. If I go through this round, I'll be able to get a vitality boost. So I'm going to play safe. Alright. 101. What can go wrong? And anything can go wrong in this game. That's not a compliment, I guess. Yeah. So I'm dead. Alright, so I made it to the good rating, which is, I guess, good. Like, I have completed around 66% of the arena. Well, it could have been better, could have been worse, I guess. Alright, so I hope you'll enjoy this new mode, and see you in the MannaRites. See you in Ishmeria, mystery and sacred land full of... No, that's not right.